welcome to the channel, and we are Sorted Food.
Now this is going to be a fun one. In planning today's video, the team quite quickly realised that this is just a rip-off of 20 questions and The Masked Singer, but with food that made history.
So you boys have no idea what I'm going to be cooking and why it is historically significant. But I will drop in clues and facts along the way, and at the end you will have one opportunity to guess why this menu is so significant in history. You're against each other, and either way we'll end up with a wonderful feast, if I can do it justice. Sounds fun.
I've just realised we've granted him his only wish ever. He's a game show host.
Oh my goodness!
I was tempted to bring in the sparkly jacket. So I'm starting with one of the dishes on the menu. Loads of butter, and I'm sweating off celery, shallots, and garlic.
We need a strategy for this. Are we working completely separately all the way through, or are we going to work together for a little bit and then split?
Now, every man for himself right now. This way, also you guys at home, you're playing along, try and work out what the hell Ebbers is up to.
And then I'm going to blend it with lots of green stuff, parsley and chive, and that is the topping for our oysters. Oyster Rockefeller.
New York.
Classically named after the richest man at the time in America, because it's a very rich dish and a very rich way of serving oysters.
We've been to the Rockefeller Centre.
Yes, I had an amazing old-fashioned at the top of the Rockefeller Centre. Out of interest, Ebbers, how many dishes are you cooking?
I'm going to create 3 dishes from this menu. Full stop. I'm so conscious that I don't want to give too much away.
Ebbers, where are you pulling these moments of history from?
From a book that I've recently read. It quite literally describes itself as this captivating collection of the world's 75 most iconic menus reveals not only the history of food, but the stories behind famous works of literature, noble events, and celebrity figures from prehistoric times right up to the modern day. As an example, the very first menu in the book is Dinner on the Orient Express from 1884, when it travelled from Paris to Constantinople. What
we do know so far is this is a punchy menu.
Okay.
Like this is like top notch.
Statement dishes.
Yeah.
I don't know of Mr. Rockefeller.
Did he build the building, or was the building named after him?
With the buttery veg softened, I'm going to blitz it up with chive, fresh parsley, parmesan, and breadcrumbs. Super garlicky, super herby, wonderfully delicious.
That looks great, Ebbers.
And pretty easy to get to, right?
I might not put it on oysters all the time, but as a topping or a sauce for something.
Mix that into pasta.
With the cheese and the breadcrumbs, it's something you kind of want to gratinate off, but it would be wonderful on a piece of regular fish, or some chicken. So now I'm going to pipe it all over our oysters and then whack it under the grill. Now you're going to want to sit it on something, rock salt or salt, just stop it sort of rock and rolling underneath the grill, but essentially what you end up with is gratination.
It might be leading me down a garden path.
Yeah.
But he's using words that he doesn't usually use in some of his descriptions.
Before we move on to the second dish, clue number 1.
Here we go.
This feast is fit for royalty.
I've got it.
Shut up.
I've got it.
No, you haven't.
I have.
No, you haven't.
I've got it.
Second dish is fried chicken. And the recipe comes from this person's private chef. So a whole bunch of herbs and spices, all dried. Cumin, coriander, pepper, cayenne pepper, celery salt, white pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, herbs, the lot. Plus a couple of teaspoons of salt. Combine it, and then that seasoning mix gets divided between buttermilk and our dredging flour.
We're definitely getting American vibes here, aren't we?
Definitely American, but we're now punching between oysters and fried chicken, which is generally more of the people.
Yeah.
So we've made fried chicken loads of times before. This is a similar method. Couple of twists. 1 egg also goes in here. Helps to bind the buttermilk to the chicken.
Personal chefs.
So this person's going to be it could be a celebrity, a member of royalty, could be.
Typically, this would then sit in that marinade for anywhere between 30 minutes and a couple of hours. But we're going to move along, because time is money.
He keeps doing things, and I don't know whether he's doing it on purpose or not, but it's really annoying me.
It's the magician in him.
Yeah, that's what it
It's
is.
the performer.
Yeah, the cloak and dagger.
Yeah.
When we dredge it in the spice mix, we also throw some of the marinade in, and it kind of clags a bit and gets some nice, crispy, straggly bits.
Love a clagging chicken.
Now, bear in mind, we're not cooking for a feast, we're just doing one portion. So 4 thighs, now being fried in our oil. Cast iron griddle, shallow frying it, skin side down, and it's going to take several minutes. So Oyster Rockefeller just needs grilling and gratinating. Fried chicken just needs frying, flipping, and finishing off in the oven. Before we move on to the third dish, your second clue.
Here we go.
Oh.
Right.
You've both had one of these.
We've both had this moment in history. We've both had this dish before. We've both had.
Ebbers, can I seek clarification?
Oh, okay, you allowed to?
Yes?
Have we both had one of these?
Yes.
Interesting.
That's confused him. Remember, those of you at home can also play along, put in the comments if you think you've already guessed it and the time code that you did. The third dish, ham and eggs. Very simply, in a pan, big old thick slice of ham. We might call it gammon, but essentially it is the pork shoulder or leg that's been cured. Fried off, a couple of eggs. Oysters under the grill. Eggs in the pan.
Would you say this was a normal meal for the person in question?
Yes.
Oh. Ebbers, do you know who this person shared the meal with?
Oh, good question.
Yes.
At this occasion, were there more than 5 people?
Yes.
Someone's read Wikipedia this morning.
Don't be cruel. Chicken on a wire rack to keep it nice and crispy, into the oven. Just before we plate up, your third and final clue.
Okay, right, I need this.
This particular event ended in tears. Worth pointing out, we have already cooked a dish that is kind of synonymous and iconic with this particular person years ago.
Yeah.
So ham and eggs, fried chicken, and Oyster Rockefeller. These are 3 of the dishes from the feast, but we can add a few more to the collection.
Wow.
Stunning. Where did this come from?
What a feast. So we've also got candied salmon, suckling pig, and lobster, plus champagne. All part of the event, among other things. Quite the feast. But now's the time for you to lock in your answer.
Oh no.
Jay, what are you going for?
I'm going for Elvis Presley's wedding breakfast.
I'm going for Elvis Presley's wedding menu.
I can confirm that you are both correct.
Yes!
Amazing, but I don't understand why it's a significant event.
Dig in, get involved, and I'll explain a little bit more. Arguably, at the time, he was one of the world's most famous men. And his wedding was all done in secrecy. They snuck out in the early hours of the morning from Graceland and flew on private jets, Frank Sinatra's jet, to Vegas, where they were smuggled in through the back door of the hotel, and they were wed in the morning in front of just very close friends and manager, 14 people. Then they had a press conference with a massive 6-tiered wedding cake.
It is.
And then they had a reception with this food and a few more friends. And as a menu, it was kind of the blend of all of the classics that he loved, some of his favourite dishes. Country ham and eggs, fried chicken, plus a little bit of decadence with the oysters and the champagne.
Who did he marry?
I was going to say it's the one question we haven't answered.
Priscilla Presley, still alive,
Of course.
still running the estate. How's the chicken?
Very
good, very
My
hot.
goodness.
Now, in all the reading and research we did, we have to address the fact that they met when she was very young, and there's lots of documentation about that. You can go and read up all about yourself. But today, the menu that made history, what do we think?
My wedding day, one of the happiest days of my life. But this puts the food to shame. This is spectacular.
This is something special, isn't it?
Nice, right? A feast fit for royalty, king of rock and
Yep,
roll.
got it.
You both had one, and the event ended in tears, which is a very, very iconic shot.
I really enjoyed this.
I guess the question is, did you guys get it right? If so, what was the time code? What clue gave it away for you? Comment down below, let us know.
And let us know if you'd like to see Ebbers take on more of these historical menus from history. Comment down below, how can we improve this series?
Okay, I think the sprig of Presley was a little off.
Too far.
But there were some subtle ones in there too.